turn our attention to a story impacting families across the state of Iowa. As families expand, one challenge they face, especially in rural America, is a lack of available childcare options. Now, those areas are called childcare deserts, and according to childcaredeserts.org, 51% of people in the United States live in a childcare desert. A childcare desert is any census tract with more than 50 children under age 5 that contains either no childcare or not enough space for the number of children needing childcare. In Iowa, 23% of families live in an area deemed a childcare desert. Now, if you look at just rural families, that number jumps to 35%. In Nebraska, 28% of families live in a childcare desert and 43% are in South Dakota. And Kids Express Daycare is the only option for childcare in Sanborn, Iowa. The executive director of the daycare met with KTIV's Katie Koppel to talk more about the strain it's putting on her families and the big plan she has to change it.
Nestled in the heart of O'Brien County is Sanborn, Iowa, home to about 1,400 people. All across the state, young families are moving to small towns just like this, hoping to raise their kids in a small and safe community. But one issue they're facing is a lack of childcare options or just a lack of open spaces. They're called childcare deserts. But one woman here in Sanborn is hoping a new partnership will help make a positive change here in O'Brien County.
I serve 57 children right now and 35 families with those. I do not have an opening in my center until May of 2025, and that spot's full. So if I have a parent come to me right now and tell me that they're pregnant, I cannot serve them.
From newborn to preschool age, Kids Express operates as a nonprofit, keeping costs low for families.
In general, that's a huge issue that a lot of our families are facing is the expense of childcare. And so we keep our rates as low as possible.
But they've hit a snag. They've run out of room.
We've had issues with our foundation, with the basement, with at one time we were hoping to expand into the basement, and it's just not possible with the issues of the building.
Director Melissa Michaels was approached with an opportunity to take over the Alzheimer's wing at the Prairie View Nursing Home in Sanborn, a wing that has been empty for years. Bringing the child care center here would nearly triple the amount of kids they could care for. Not only adding much needed child care spaces, but also bringing together a unique intergenerational partnership.
There isn't anything like this, and there's no partnership like this that's addressing the needs of both the elderly and kids, especially in rural Iowa.
Once open, the children will have opportunities to interact with residents.
But when I was growing up, my specialist relationship was with my grandma, and that relationship is so important. For the residents that live here, getting to have that interaction with them where they see these kids so full of life.
Before Kids Express can move into the new space, a lot of work needs to be done.
So a giant window in here, so you can look into these rooms. These rooms will then have, these walls will come down.
Michael's vision, highlighting her passion for helping the next generation.
As kids, they need to know how to be safe and how to learn, but how to play. Play is the most important thing a kid can do every day.
The new child care center will have its own separate entrance and will not only help families in Sanborn, but in many other small communities in rural Northwest Iowa.
Our town can't grow if we don't have places for families to bring their kids.
In Sanborn, Iowa, Katie Koppel, KTIV News 4.
And Michael says she is working to raise $250,000 in community funds, with the rest covered by grants. She hopes to have the new space open by the end of next year. If you would like to learn more or make a donation, we have that link for you inside the story right now on KTIV.com.